What is up, you guys? My name is Coach Danny, and I am going to be answering a question that I received recently that I thought was worth making a quick little video for you guys. How high should you go when performing your dumbbell side raises? Just to the shoulder or all the way overhead? Now, the answer to that question really depends. By the way, all good answers start with "it depends." So, it depends. What is your intent on doing the movement? Is your intent to get bigger and stronger muscles because you want those muscles to be bigger and stronger? Or is your intent of the movement to move better, have healthier shoulders, gain control over your scapular, your smaller rotator cuff muscles, or even increase range of motion? If you're trying to get bigger and stronger and increase the strength of those nice big shoulders, then I would recommend only going to shoulder height. If your goal is the latter and trying to regain range of motion and all that jazz, then increase the range of motion all the way overhead. A couple of things to note when doing one over the other. If you're trying to get jacked, big, and strong, I would recommend having a slight bend in the elbow. And I would also recommend having a slight bend in your knees. That way you can kind of have a little shock absorption and you're not getting, because you're going to be going heavier if that's the case. Those smaller tendons, the ligaments in the elbows and the knees, you're going to want to make sure that they're nice and springy. So what that's going to look like is this right here. Okay. Now, if your goal is to increase that range of motion, number one, lighten the load down to either no weight at all. You could just be doing these with nothing in your hand, and they're going to be very, very challenging for many, many people. Or lighten the load 10 pounds or less. If you're just doing this with the first time with weights, I would recommend 1 pound, 2 pounds, something really, really light, because that range of motion will really sneak up on you. One thing to consider is I would try to keep your elbows locked out if possible. Now, especially when you get all the way up overhead, it's going to be a little bit harder, myself included. But what it's going to look like is you're going to, from the side, I like to demonstrate this from the side, simply because it demonstrates the shoulders back, okay? I mentioned scapular control. It's really, really important for everybody to learn how to control your two wing bones on both sides of your spine. And when you do that, you really lock them into place, and then you try your best to keep your arms by your side for as long as you can, as opposed to keeping them way out here. Okay? Another thing to consider is keeping that core nice and tight as well. All right, so one more time, if you're trying to regain that range of motion, increase the stabilizer muscle strength, and just kind of regain control of that scapular, that's the one that I would recommend going all the way overhead. I hope this helps you guys. If you liked it, please subscribe to the channel, like it, comment, and share it with a loved one. I'm out.